Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Friday, December 1st, 2017. Happy Friday, everyone, and happy December 1st. We're now in the new month of trading here, and you can see that the ES closed the previous session here with a big new high, closed here just above the midpoint of the day, and that gave us our pivot range for the upcoming month, which is the current month. It gave us this previous low, which is the November low, and now we have a 2-month higher value relationship. Again, this is what usually happens in a strong market, is you get a higher value relationship, and the first pullback into the pivot range offers an opportunity to defend. You can see that that's where bulls were stationed here last month on several rotations, and eventually the stops came out. So again, this midpoint right here, which is just shy of 2610, 2608, call it, that's going to make for the best opportunity to defend here over the next month. That could happen in the first week of December, next week perhaps, but any pullback could still be a great buying opportunity for a continuation higher. This market remains very, very bullish, and we could see further strength toward 2700. If we take a look at the NQ, the previous session we talked about the potential for a rubber band trade, or an extreme reversal as I call it, and you can see how price pushed higher throughout much of the day, and right now is kind of an inside day here at the moment. This is the point here, again, inside this trigger zone between the first two pivot-based EMAs. That's a zone where, typically speaking, it offers the best opportunity to defend in a well-structured trending market, and you can see that's been the case here so far. The NQ has had a tendency to double dip before it goes here lately. You can just see the last two examples. You got this big pullback, dipped again, and then went. Got this pullback, dipped again, and then went. So we may still see some of that here soon, but as soon as price gets back above 63.90, 63.95, that could start to really push this thing much, much higher. So still drifting higher, but may see a double dip at some point. Here's crude oil. Crude oil has also been in a very strong bullish trending market. The recent pullback to 54.85 to 55 evens led to a nice squeeze in the 59s. Prices recently pulled back. You can see here with the paint bars based off of the PivotBoss oscillator here, this rotation was very bullish. The counter rotation was here. This is typically where bears are coming into the market, bulls are absorbing, and then you see another primary trend rotation. Here's a pullback phase again, and this could lead to another big rotation to new highs. So again, we talked about perhaps needing a little bit more pullback here into the trigger zone, maybe as low as 56s. That still may be the case, but overall, pullback still to be defended in this trending market, likely into 60 and as high as 62, as we mentioned before. All right, lastly, let's take a look at gold futures here. Gold futures was near 1300. This is something we've been talking about for a while. Fade new highs here, fade new highs here, fade new highs there, fade new highs, and again at 1300 at new highs. The idea was that we would likely see rejection and return back toward 1280.5. That's just been the nature of the market that we've been in gold for the last 4 to 6 weeks. We've just been sideways around this 1280 half. It's actually kind of moved up and down a little bit, but for the most part, CVPOC has stayed right around this zone, and every time we get too far away from it, we come right back to it. The other thing is we haven't really been seeing new lows. This was a low below these lows here for the first time, but all of these have been higher, and then price usually squeezes yet again. And right now you can see the entire day so far has traded below CVPOC 1280 half. So again, above that level could begin to squeeze back toward recent highs and perhaps toward 1306.60. So keep that in mind. Right now we've gotten the nice return to target. Now we got to see if these late sellers here get squeezed. All right, that's it for now. One quick announcement. I will not be hosting, after all, the monthly market outlook after today's session. Instead, we're going to move that to Monday. Been dealing with some side issues here and still restoring files, so we're going to be working on that throughout much of the day here. So we're going to go ahead and move the monthly market outlook to next Monday, which is December 4th after the market, and we'll get after it at that point in time. All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon.